Gonna find Ducky.
Boys back in town.
Yep.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
Ducky, ducky, quack, quack. Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to OK Bud, the podcast where everything's going to be okay, bud. I'm Ben Kissel, Instagram at BenKissel1. The Queen is back!
Yeah!
Jerry Aquino, back from her trip in beautiful Florida. Find Jerry on Instagram at Miss_Jerry. That's Jerii. And as always, Kyle Plouffe at Kyle Plouffe. If you want to follow us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/diebud. OK Bud and the Death and Entertainment Podcast have joined forces for just $10 a month. You can watch every single episode live, contribute to the show, and just see our somewhat, well, Jerry's beautiful face, my face, and Kyle's Boston head.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's very exciting.
Such a Boston head.
Also, if you want to shoot us an email, okbudpod@gmail.com. Thank you to everyone who sent pictures of their cats and dogs. I posted them on my Instagram.
Cute.
So cute. I also have a small follow-up from a listener who sent in an article regarding our story on the high school teacher that was hit with a chair when the student threw it at her.
Yes.
And so this comes in from Bray, and she was talking about how she does, she works with troubled children.
Utes.
And with the Utes. And she says these teachers are heroes. They're unbelievable. And she told me about an experience where one of her friends who is a teacher had her finger bit off by a child.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And it made the news. So that's not good. So be very careful out there.
Finger bit off?
Yes,
Oh
the
my God,
finger was just
kids are-
straight up bit off.
My
Brutal.
son only has 9 tiny teeth, and they will cut your finger right off.
Yeah. He's
Very
bit me
strong.
before. It's it's terrible.
Yeah, they come
Absolutely so painful.
They
Yeah.
come out of nowhere too with that kid of yours.
Why is that so sharp?
I don't know.
They're shark teeth, but he doesn't even eat meat yet.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're gonna get that kid on the carnivore diet.
He just
real.
chomps. Ugh.
Bam,
Yes.
bam.
She sent me this story. It was from Manheim, Pennsylvania. They say police in Lancaster County have confirmed that an incident involving a student did take place where a student bit a teacher's thumb and severed it.
Oh my God.
Thank you to all the teachers out there, especially the ones that work with troubled children,
Lord.
to make them as good as they possibly can be. It's a dangerous-ass job.
You
and
are a saint.
Michelle Pfeiffer in Dangerous Minds
Doing the Lord's work.
did not lose her thumb. I don't remember that scene where Michelle Pfeiffer lost her thumb in Dangerous Minds. So
Nope.
my goodness.
Patron saint of finger guns. Or
Yep.
losing them, actually.
Yeah.
Indeed. So this is a full statement from the school. They say we can confirm that there was a student incident at the Central Education Center, which is definitely the name of the troubled kids school, the Central Education Center.
Central. It's central. It's for the centrally educated.
It just sounds like straight out of medieval Russia.
Yeah.
So on the morning of Thursday, April 18th, staff responded to a situation promptly. Due to the age of the student, we're unable to provide any other details other than the fact that the teacher lost her thumb.
Yeah,
So be
the thing is-
careful.
Oh my God.
The thumb is going to be the hardest one to take off, too.
Oh, it's huge.
the
So
joints.
much stuff going on here.
It's opposable.
Yeah, it's opposable. It must be traumatic for that kid too. Now that kid has the taste of human flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's continue on with education.
Oh, okay,
And as we
less
talked-
flesh.
As we talked about before the show for the people on Patreon, I learned yesterday the average reading age in this country of ours is 3rd grade.
Wow.
Third grade.
3rd grade. So you would think maybe schools are going to get back to educating children on how to read, write in cursive, maybe read in cursive.
Yeah, I love writing and reading in cursive.
Nope, they're not worried about it. Schools are banning Crocs, the popular shoes, because they are now considered, quote, a safety hazard. Which if I'm
Why?
I don't know. I don't remember all the drills where we have to watch out for Croc shooters.
Yeah,
But
seriously,
It's
it's
a
not
safety
like
hazard to your sex life, for sure.
yeah, definitely, it's horrifying.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. No, sexy Crocs.
No,
People
I can't.
put little trinkets on their Crocs now, and they say, "Oh my God, you're into anime? I'm into anime." It's the bumper sticker for cars
of your shoes.
of shoes. Yes, it's the bumper sticker of shoes.
I don't like that.
Jib
That's
it.
so. So is it hazardous because it's easy to take off and throw at people?
Dozens of schools in at least 20 states across the U.S. have banned students from wearing Crocs. That's
hilarious.
Yes. They say it's because students are more likely to struggle to walk when wearing the shoes. So the kids are struggling to walk because they're wearing cozy shoes.
Yeah, because they're like flip-flopping all over the place and just tripping over themselves.
Yeah. And they also say that could lead to a deadly emergency. So Crocs, I can't wait until there's 20 kids that we find out dead. Oh my God, was it another shooting? Slip and falls. It was 20 individual slip and falls.
Death by gibbets.
Yep.
Those are the charms they have on them.
Pandemic taking over all schools.
Seriously.
Death by croc fall.
Am I wrong though? I thought the Croc was supposed to be sticky. Isn't the Croc supposed to be a shoe that
Sticky?
you can? It's like go on.
This is where the trouble comes because the outside of the shoe is sticky. The inside is usually slimy because it's always like somebody who's very sweaty.
Slimy?
Yeah. Have you seen the people that wear Crocs?
Yes.
They're very, moist
No, that's
looking.
true. And kids are sweaty.
Crying. I just went to visit my family in Florida, and a lot of them had Crocs.
Yeah.
In fact, at one point, I saw my brother come from outside of the house. He was wearing Crocs outside. When he went inside the house, he changed his Crocs into his inside pair of Crocs.
Yeah.
He just changed it to another pair of Crocs. I was like, did you seriously just do that?
Yeah, those are my outdoor Crocs.
Yeah. Did you ever watch Mr. Rogers? It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
According to Stony Pritchett, the principal of Bessemer City High School, they say it's actually a safety hazard. And then they say, man, they can twist the knees, twist the ankles, things like that. So these Stony Pritchett, who sounds like someone who's about to spank your child unbeknownst to you,
Right.
is really concerned that kids are going to twist their ankles and twist their knees.
Yeah, the Crocs are like Ric Flair.
Yeah, I mean, honestly.
They're doing figure fours on all these kids.
No. Okay, first of all, that's lesson number one to survive in life. You have to be able to walk in Crocs.
Yes.
This is America.
I've never worn a pair of Crocs ever.
I haven't either. I don't think they make them in my size.
Yeah?
But
They do.
maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like the Croc, it's now become so mainstream. Obviously, I'm so sick of the joke where it's like Idiocracy wasn't supposed to be a documentary. But that is one of the things where in Idiocracy, they chose Crocs because they're like, no way anyone would ever wear anything this stupid.
Yeah.
And now they're like the most popular shoes in America.
It's really weird how that happened.
It really is kind of odd. And Moments of Idiocracy, I just rewatched it a month or so ago. Moments of it, I actually enjoy the future. Like the way that everyone was watching. I think it was a fake dinosaur breathing fire and shit.
Yeah.
There was like some fun kills.
That's pretty cool.
I kind of enjoyed that. I'd be there. So Stony Pritchett says, in the hallway, kids are moving. Things are happening. And then he says, the Crocs don't provide enough full mobility.
Yeah.
Are they playing active games of football in the
not a lot of
hallway?
range of motion. What you're missing is the aerodynamics of the shoe. Like, what do you want from the shoe? What are they doing in these hallways?
If I'm a kid, this is my last bastion of freedom, is putting my little widgets on my Croc, and now you're going to take that away from me too?
Yeah, seriously.
Just put me in prison and call me a number because I have no personality at all.
Seriously, dude. It was first they came for the Pokemon cards,
Yeah.
which is how they used to say it. No Pokemon cards allowed.
Yep.
And now they're coming for the Crocs and the pins and stuff. I think Stony Pritchett is just really sick and tired of walking outside the hallway and hearing. I think they just sound horrifying.
Well, if it sounds like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a kid wearing Crocs.
Yes, exactly.
So other schools, apparently they have banned the popular shoe, citing growing numbers of trip and falls involving the clogs. When I was growing up, we had to ban wrestling shirts because WWE went through its Attitude Era and all the shirts had like blood on them and shit.
Yeah.
And then it said suck it a bunch.
Yeah, and then Triple H doing the thing.
Right, where he puts the X over his dick and then theoretically all these guys are like, I'll suck it.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. So I know what it's like to be abused by the powers that be when it comes to schools.
Yeah.
But my God, I never thought they were going to take away the Croc. And they also say many students don't use the safety strap behind the heel.
Duh.
Yeah.
That's not a safety strap.
That's sports mode.
That's sports mode.
It really is. It's putting them in sport mode so you can run in them. And then you put the little strap on the back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We have teachers getting their thumbs bit off.
Yeah.
You know,
And now we're worried about Crocs.
we're worried about Crocs.
Yeah, usually Crocs are the ones biting them off.
You know
Good
what?
point.
I'm not terribly upset that the fashion police is coming for the kids in the Crocs.
It's not about the fashion, though. It's about the
it would be for
safety.
me.
I hate this. Let kids get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. Kids are pretty durable, honestly.
You're supposed to get hurt as a child.
Yeah.
You're going to get hurt as an adult. I promise.
Yeah, those are the ones you won't be able to tolerate because they're emotional.
They say some schools find the shoes to be distractions because of the aforementioned, what we were just talking about, collectible charms.
Oh.
They also say, and this might happen, I actually kind of agree with this final statement, that kids take them off and throw them at each other.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because it's a Croc.
It's a Croc.
You know, just be like,
And
hey, George W. Bush, here's a couple of shoes. And then they have to dodge them like Neo.
Yeah, and then it's like, and it's not even, it won't hurt. It's going to be funny.
It's just funny.
It's going to be hilarious.
Also, now kids are going to be wearing boots. You don't think they're going to take them off and throw them at each other?
Yeah,
Don't say it won't hurt, then it's going to stop all the Tias from doing it at home and throwing their chanclas.
that's true.
They're cronkless.
They're Crockless.
Apparently, this debate's been going on since 2002. I guess so. I don't know. I'm learning all of this. I thought that we need to focus
This
on teaching children how to
debate-
read. The Croc blocking debate has bubbled up.
Not
since
Croc.
they're calling it Croc blocking. They say it started in 2002. So this is now 23 years of the most controversial thing in the U.S. education system. People wearing cozy shoes.
Oh my God.
Yes, indeed.
Well, what about when Uggs came in and they were very cozy, but not super practical? They were like house slippers outside.
But you couldn't really take that Ugg off as well. No, you could take the Ugg off pretty easily.
Yeah, it was a slip-on situation.
But with the fabric inside, it wasn't so slippery.
Yeah, it
was disgusting.
It was probably sweaty as
Oh,
hell.
it was really nasty. Yeah. This is according to Oswaldo Luciani.
Oh.
They have 2 kids, and they work as a school nurse in New York. They said, whenever someone mentions a foot injury, the first thing everyone says is, I bet they were wearing Crocs.
Crocs.
Sounds like they're victim blaming.
Hey, seriously, what the hell is that?
Evidently, Crocs have also been banned on escalators at Disney World.
I fell. Well, what were you wearing?
Yeah, what were you? Did you ask for it?
Yeah.
Were you asking for it?
I mean,
Sounds like yes.
So if you go to Disney World, don't wear your Crocs that have Mickey Mouse on them because you can't take the escalators. Also in medical facilities and
Why?
labs, you can't wear Crocs anymore. I thought the Croc was the nurse's go-to.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought the Crocs was the nurse shoe.
I am so upset. Oh, I'm just livid.
This is really weird. It took a weird turn. Everyone was like, they were pushing the Crocs on us, and then they finally bit the bullet and was like, you know what? Fine, we'll take the Crocs. We'll love the Crocs. And they're like, no. Now you're loving the Crocs too much. Pull
Right.
it back. Pull it back. Too much Crocs.
Pull it back.
This is literally like bullying must be at an all-time low. Because if kids are showing up in Crocs back in our day, you're getting beat up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't-
earlier too. Well, no, it's like, because kids are different now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't go to high school in 2002. I had already graduated because I would have been 21.
Yeah.
They're not going to beat you up now. They're just going to cyberbully you to shit.
Oh, that's so weird.
I actually think it's harder now.
Yeah, I think
Give me a
it's harder.
punch in the face.
Seriously.
I mean, I had to do, well, I was deeply traumatized for many years. I had to go to therapy because I had to do the dime drill where I had to push a dime across the toilet bowl with my nose.
Oh, God.
Isn't that bad? That was
Jeez.
bad. And then if everyone knows my football trophy
Oh
story or
my
basketball
God.
trophy story. I know, it was bad.
What?
I know.
That's insane.
And they called me the F word a lot because my brothers were gay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't even have the Julia Bean gay. And no
Yeah.
one called that. Thank you. But did it make me a stronger, better person? No, it didn't.
No, that sounds pretty fucked up, to be
Yeah,
honest.
really. It just kind of really changed the entire trajectory of
You
my life.
Just kinda really
did
broke
that
me.
before? You did the nose thing with the dime?
Called the dime drill.
It's called the
but
dime drill.
all
Man,
of those-
teenagers are fucking brutal.
I did find out, though, 2 of the guys that made me do that were both arrested for stealing copper. I met my friend.
A little bit checks out.
Oh, yeah. And they look, oh my God. I'm showing that article tomorrow. I don't want to search it right now. They look like Neanderthals.
Yeah, I'm so glad that all my high school bullies are fucking complete losers now.
It really does work out that way.
Yeah, it does. It does work that way. I love it.
If you are being bullied right now, trust us. The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that person is going to get arrested for scamming the elderly in like 10
Yeah.
years.
My favorite was, the fact that they got arrested for stealing copper is maybe my favorite thing ever. I was like, you fucking meth heads.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a bunch of jackasses. Anyway, so hang in there. I won't say it gets better. You get better and stronger.
You get
and then
better. Yeah.
So a spokesperson, they say, the classic Croc is comfortable. It's a casual shoe that is appropriate for everyday wear. We are not, nor do we market ourselves as a specialty or performance brand. Which, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were like,
No
no,
one-
dude, if you need to do things in sneakers, maybe put on your sneakers.
Exactly.
These are just the Crocs to just wear when you're like going to the grocery store.
So the Crocs, they're made of Cross-Lite, which is a foam-like material, and it's become incredibly popular due, again, to its comfortability. And then they also do a thing called gibbets charms.
Gibbets. Those are the things that hang off.
Gibbets. Oh, you
They're
didn't
called
just
gibbets.
make that word up.
No, I didn't make it up.
Sounds like a slur.
Get all these goddamn gibbets off me.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking gibbet. You know that?
Whoa.
Collaborations with big brands like Peanuts and Taco Bell, and a wave of celebrity endorsements like Justin Bieber and Rihanna have given Crocs a huge push. 150 million pairs of Crocs sold every year. So there we go.
Wow.
Well, they don't have my money.
Good to know. It's good to know.
Yeah.
I have a pair of limited edition Post Malone Crocs that I wear at home. And that's
You
it.
do?
Yes, that's how I know about the gibbets and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, that makes yeah.
That's very sad.
Well, he's a dad. Dads have Crocs.
Yeah. One Bessemer City High School student said, "Are you serious?" And then other students have been punished further for just making a costume change. Several pupils have sat through in-school suspensions because they refused to take the Crocs off.
What do they expect them to do? Like put them in their locker and then walk around barefoot for the rest of the day?
That sounds more dangerous to me than a Croc.
It really
Some of
does.
these teachers will be looking at their feet and doing weird shit to them.
Ooh.
These teachers can't be trusted.
One girl's...
Okay, teachers are heroes on the ground floor. Don't do that to them. They're getting their thumbs bitten off.
This is
wrong
not
with
the
you?
teachers. I don't think the teachers give a shit.
I
This
don't
is
think
the
the teachers
principals.
care at all. As long as they stay in their seats and I have all 10 fingers, I'm fucking fine.
Yeah.
One girl's mother learned that she had been suspended. Her kid had been suspended for her fashion choice, and the student had her electronic privileges revoked for 2 weeks. Oh, God almighty.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't know this was such a big deal.
I didn't know it was a deal.
According to Dr. Priya Parthasarathi, she says Crocs can easily get caught in equipment, causing the child to fall or injure their foot or rip a toenail off. Things I see in the office on a daily basis. We got to let the kids rip their toenails off every now and again. It regrows. It's a life lesson.
Yes.
It does, yeah. It is really creepy, but it does happen every now and then.
Yeah.
Not just with Crocs. Sometimes kids are climbing trees and they're just losing toenails as they're
Sure.
crawling up.
I still have open wounds from childhood.
Yeah, it's serious.
They say that
Yeah.
the Crocs should be worn in moderation without worry. You can do it in moderation.
Wow.
Just don't do it for a work. No, they say you can do it for a recovery from a workout, but don't work out in them, especially do not run
Okay.
in Crocs.
Right.
Please also do not eat 8 to 12 hours before you put on your Crocs.
Absolutely.
And make sure you drink plenty of water and fluids, as it is extremely dangerous when you are wearing Crocs.
Mm-hmm.
Migraines may occur. People yelling at you in your school district might happen. And then you got to remember to put the little strap behind your heel so that you can be ready to get in.
Run.
Your, where?
Exactly. Well,
Go to detention?
all the little kids with the pumped up kicks, they got to run from the bullets. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
According to Nika
yeah.
Richard, an assistant principal at a middle school in California, this is what they told parents. They say, since lawmakers have yet to come to a resolution regarding gun control and nationwide safety regulations within learning institutions at the school and district level, we've taken it upon ourselves to best control what we can give our schools so that we can give our schools a semblance of safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally they are doing this, being like, Crocs just aren't safe in warfare.
Yeah.
So you can't
Yeah.
wear them to school, kids.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Blowing
Oh
my
my
mind
God.
It's an
that
insane
kids can be
argument.
so comfortable because they don't need to run from anyone at school.
What?
It's crazy.
What?
How safe was your school? You're so much younger.
Yeah.
Our school was so fucked up. Everyone was getting beat up all the time.
Yeah, there were a lot of fights. There were a lot of things going on.
Yeah,
Well,
but
now
can you
everyone's getting
imagine?
shot.
Yeah, can you imagine going to school and being like, I am so comfortable in this school that I know I'm never gonna have to run.
I'm gonna have to. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
That would be nice.
To
Feeling
live,
like Andy
That's the way it
Rooney.
to live blissfully.
No, I don't think Andy Rooney was pro guns in schools.
No, I'm not saying pro guns in schools. I'm saying, how are there no bullies left that you're
There are plenty of bullies.
comfortably wearing shit to school?
Suicide rates are through the roof.
That's
Kyle.
true, too.
My God.
Christ.
We'll be right back.
All
This
right.
fucking guy.
Indeed.
This fucking guy.
All right. So let's talk about the Mafia. It's
Ooh.
still around and it's dumber than ever. Speaking of people that wear Crocs, I think the Mafia is officially, they are crocked out, right?
You think they're all wearing Crocs?
I think so.
Yeah.
They like to be cozy.
Yeah, they like to be comfortable.
It's sweatpants and Crocs.
Yep.
And they'll fucking kill you.
Or they won't, because you'll hear them coming with the gibbets.
That's very
The
possible.
hitman has to be able to sneak up on you.
Yeah, got little guns and little pictures of John Gotti and stuff. And of course, they're Philadelphia Eagles fans. Congratulations on your big win. So, there was a man, and it was a case of mistaken identity. Italian gangsters, they kidnapped a man, and they dissolved his body. They thought it was because he was the lover of a fellow Klansman's sister, because they called the Mafia Klansmans in some cases.
Oh, Jesus.
So they were like, this
really?
guy's a lover of my sister. I don't like him one bit. We got to dissolve his body. Turns out, however, they killed the wrong guy.
He has a face. He has like a henchman face. Like how is he not in the Mafia?
Well, I think that they thought he might be adjacent to the Mafia. I'm not exactly
Like,
sure.
hey, this guy looks like one of us.
His name is Giulio Gaccio.
Not what?
Gotcha.
Giulio Gaccio.
Got your ass.
Yeah, got you dissolved. He was 26 years old, although again, he's 26 going on 60 here.
Gaccio?
He was killed by men connected to the Camorra Mafia. It's a criminal organization that started in Naples in the 18th century. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that something, how far they have fallen? So on July 30th of 2000, Giuliano was with his friend near his home in Panura, a western suburb of Naples, when he was kidnapped by thugs. They were pretending to be police officers. So isn't that fun? During the kidnap, he repeatedly said that he was not Salvatore, who was apparently the person that they were looking for. It was a case of mistaken identity.
He already knew that he was like, I already know. I get this all the time. I'm not him.
I'm not him. I have never sniffed your sister. I don't know her.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, you don't know my sister? You wouldn't sniff my sister?
Yeah.
Either way, you're dead.
You don't want to fuck my sister.
Yeah.
It's like when someone says, who are you looking at? What you looking at? And you say nothing. Oh, I'm nothing.
Oh, nothing?
No, I'm nothing. It's like, no, I wasn't saying that you're nothing. You're some. I just want to validate them.
Yeah.
So it was a case of mistaken identity. He was then captured, and then sure enough, they put him in a vat and killed him. Put him in a bunch of acid. So isn't that exciting?
That's very unhinged. I mean,
Indeed.
Jesus Christ. They just do whatever they want.
Salvatore Camarra, whatever, 56.
Camarada.
Thank you.
Yep.
And Carlo Nappi, they were arrested December of 2022 for ordering the hit that resulted in Giulio's death. So it took a long time. It took 22 years before these people were found and finally convicted. So a lawyer representing the victim's family revealed that the tragic murder plot, it was and Giulio's haunting last words.
Oh, no.
They say the hitmen were after a man named Salvatore, who was accused of having an affair with Camarotti's niece, who had been the partner of a clan member, and they were told he would be at a certain place at a certain time. So the killers sent by their bosses showed up dressed like police officers, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, what are they on an episode? It's like on this episode of the Klan men take down their sisters thing.
Did you bring the fake mustaches?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I brought the donuts. You always bring the donuts, you fat fuck. Well, yeah, I thought I went with the characters.
Stereotype for a reason, you know?
Killers sent by the bosses showed up dressed as police officers and ordered the man into their car, but they had gotcha by mistake. The last thing he said was, "Officer, you've made a mistake. I came from a good family," before they shot him once in the head.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
Yep. Then they dumped his body on the floor and they kicked him and punched him a bunch, even though he was dead.
Morons.
Yeah, so they were just doing that. Then they smashed in his teeth with a hammer.
I mean, it's just so extra. Why are they so?
They're a lot.
It's just nothing but ego.
Well,
these guys.
They all think they're on camera all the time.
Yeah.
Mafioso people, they're the star of their own movies.
Constantly, yeah.
You know,
they are the main character.
They are the main character.
They're all Robert De Niro.
But they're not.
But they're not.
Because even Robert De Niro's not Robert De Niro. He's always just ranting about something. He seems like a guy that might wear Crocs.
Maybe.
As a matter of fact,
probably wear Crocs.
I think he does. I think I saw an interview where he says he does. So they smashed his teeth with a hammer, which I'm like, come on, guy. I am dead, guys.
Yeah.
Enough.
Now they're hanging off the hitman's Crocs. Those are the gibbets now.
Those are the new gibbets, those teeth.
Oh, my God.
And then they dissolved his remains in acid.
Oh, my God.
And then whatever was left of the dude's body, they scattered it near his hometown.
It's so crazy that this kind of stuff really happens. People are brutal.
They scattered like the sludge that came out of it?
I guess so.
Oh,
They put it on people's doors and demanded their firstborn. I don't know what kind of...
Used it as fertilizer?
Could be.
Yeah, I was like, that's kind of nice. He got spread around his hometown, but then it's just literally sludge.
Yeah. So Nappy and Camarota, whatever, they went over to their former boss and they said, hey, can I get some compensation? But then they said, you killed the wrong fucking guy.
That's
crazy. My God.
Ahead of their trial in 2023, the two thugs offered $49,000 plus property worth $120,000 as an apology. So they're like, here's $50,000. Here's $120,000 of a fucking stupid ass shed that I have in Brooklyn or whatever.
Yeah.
And under Italian law, if accused criminals offer compensation to their victims, they could get up to a third taken off their sentence. This is great. This is 2023.
I'm going to give them an offer they can easily refuse.
Yeah.
Like
Hey, you want this shitty ass barn that we have? Sorry about that kid that we dissolved in acid.
Oh.
So the family, they refused. They said, no, we're fucking good. We don't want your money.
Yeah. Oh, you dirty money.
They said no money will bring back to life Giulio. After 23 years, the family believes in the justice system in which they have confidence. And then the family said, I want the most severe punishment. So both men were sentenced to 30 years in prison. Well, the main guy, Peroni, he was one of the hitmen and informants, got 10 years.
Wow.
So an investigation led to the arrest of a couple of other mafiosos who are now also serving 30 years. So there we go. The mafia is still alive and well in Italy, and they all look really, really stupid.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I don't know. They think they're freaking somebodies. Well, you're not.
Well, you're really not. Yeah, you think did we get the right guy? Did we get the right guy?
No, dude, that was the wrong guy. No, not that guy. The other one.
How embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing. They're like, what if it's...
What a waste of acid.
I already, what a bunch of man hours of work.
A lot of man hours.
Labor.
Not to they all look like cartoon villains.
Yeah, he looks like he's in a mafia.
This guy looks like he's Adrian Brody mixed with Pee Wee Herman.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
Yes, indeed. So be careful out there. You never know when you're going to be accused of being the lover of a niece, and then all of a sudden you're being dissolved in acid, and you're like, can I have my teeth back, please?
Yeah.
Good Lord. I just don't get the kicking after you already killed the guy.
That doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't the kicking happen first?
You would think you would want him to feel, but they're not, they're just not the brightest bulbs.
I also don't get being like, yo, you sleeping with my sister? It's like, we're all sexual beings, okay?
Yeah.
We're all allowed to fuck whoever we want, okay?
Well,
as long as consensual.
It was their niece. So, nieces are very well taken care of by their uncles.
Yeah.
Read a couple of stories about that.
Okay.
And they were just trying to defend their marriage because this guy, he's in there trying to muck up in a mafia marriage.
Well,
if she's a willing partner, then you can't really blame the guy.
Well, dissolve him in acid.
Yeah, you dissolved the wrong one.
Well, what about the right one? He heard about this and he was like, phew.
He's like,
thank God.
By the skin of my teeth.
Skipping through a field of lilies.
It was all worth it.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
I still fucked your knees.
She had the best butthole I've ever seen.
Oh, my God.
He got away with it. All right. Well, speaking of young girls, and I'm assuming these mafiosos are Catholic. An exorcist priest has been accused of flossing with a girl's hair and growling during St. Jude's Relics tour.
That's really weird. I just want to say sometimes when there's something really stuck in my teeth and I don't have any access to floss or a toothpick, I will use a piece of my hair.
What?
I have flossed with a hair before. You know, when you're out and then you eat a chip.
No,
and
I
then,
don't.
And then
You
it
eat a
goes,
chip.
You eat a chip. You eat a piece of corn.
No, I have no
It
idea.
goes, and it slips in between some teeth, and you're like, I'm gonna be feeling this for the rest of the night if I don't immediately
Yeah.
take this out. And then you can pull out like a couple of hairs. And
We don't have hair long enough for that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I advocate flossing with your own hair as a means of emergency survival.
I did not think I would hear that sentence today.
Do you keep it on your head or you pluck it?
I'll pluck it.
You pluck it.
I'll pluck it.
Because you don't want to have a bunch of trinkets.
Yeah, no,
of
I
corn
don't.
on
I don't
your
want
hair.
the corn. Yeah, no, I can lose that. I have plenty of nonsense. I can
yes.
afford to. Yeah, one or two out.
Voluminous.
All I have to do is comb through my hair, and a bunch just comes out by itself. So I don't know.
God, living with a woman is infuriating.
It's interesting. You always think, do you have alopecia?
I don't live with you,
Yeah.
Kyle.
Well, I'm not saying you, but any woman, their hair just comes out in droves. It's insane.
Yeah,
but yet
it
you
does.
all still have it all on your head.
Yeah, it's weird. It really does constantly come out. It's like, wow, I should be worried about that much amount of hair falling out.
Yes, hair growth is quite interesting, isn't it? So a Michigan priest known for leading religious relic tours.
But no man will take a hair out of my head and floss with it. Was
Very
the point I was trying to get at. Anyway, go on.
I love that. I completely agree.
Yes.
I'll dissolve him in acid. So, this guy was doing a whole tour. He was hosting an exorcism podcast. He has been charged after allegedly placing a teen girl's hair in his mouth and then flossing his teeth with it. His name is Father Carlos Martins. He's a member of the Catholic Church and co-host of The Exorcist Files.
What
Okay.
the heck?
Isn't there some
did
rule that
not
priests can't
realize-
have podcasts?
Yeah, why is a priest on a podcast?
The Exorcist Files. You think Jesus Christ was like, yeah, go do my work. Don't forget to get your podcast up and running. So he's been charged with misdemeanor battery. The Exorcist File podcast, which is accompanied by a book of the same title, boasts about Martin's ability as an expert exorcist and relays his personal stories. So the incident unraveled during a Relic St. Jude's tour at the Queen of Apostles Parish in Jolie, Texas. Martins grabbed the hair of a 13-year-old girl,
Oh,
placed it in his mouth, and then he started doing the flossing motion.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I
Not-
don't know why he did it.
Why did he do it? Why?
So as he was doing it, he was behind the girl, and then he started making a bunch of growling noises.
Oh my god.
So he's like behind the chick, and she's 13, so she's like, "What the fuck? What is happening?"
Ways to violate you without violating you? Check.
Yeah.
Check, absolutely. Also, 13. That's not the age to be around these people.
Yeah, seriously.
Not that all priests are diddlers, but come on now.
Enough of them are.
Ugh,
Yeah.
Who knows? There was a scandal, I heard.
There was
anyway.
a scandal.
Following the interaction, the religious tour was promptly shut down, and local law enforcement were called in to be like, "Hey, what happened here?" Right?
Yeah.
And then the priest was confronted by a bunch of employees, and they say he must depart from our parish and out of our diocese. So they have zero tolerance. The diocese said in a release, in an abundance of caution, the veneration of the relic and evening mass were canceled. So they went on and canceled mass,
Wow.
which is a big deal.
That's a pretty big deal.
For Catholics to cancel mass.
Yeah.
As someone who had to go to Catholic mass all the time, what a great day to be a kid. We're like, it's canceled.
Yeah, like,
Thank you, priest, for being so weird. Yeah, you didn't hear?
man.
Father Martin put a girl's hair in his mouth and flossed with it. Oh, so we don't have to go. We don't have to go to mass? No, it's canceled.
it's canceled.
Wow.
Yes, they
It's
say
canceled. Emily is traumatized.
an attorney representing Martin, however, they denied all of it. They say he did not put anyone's hair in his mouth, let alone floss with a student's hair and growl, among other completely false and repulsive accusations. They say this remains a takedown of a good priest and an attempted shakedown of the church.
Why would anyone make this series of events up?
It's a strange one to make up.
This is a strange one. Like no one said he was like diddling or
Yes.
being or like
Right.
like just being creepy.
Right. If you're gonna make
saying
something up,
weird
go big.
things. Yeah. No. He flossed with a girl's hair and then growled. I couldn't have made that up to lie to you about that.
Right.
I was like, no, I saw that happen.
No, you'd be like, here, take a second one. Let me help you.
Yeah, like what?
Oh, he had something in his teeth.
Yeah.
Who saw it? Everyone saw it?
I guess a bunch of people saw it.
Because he did it in the middle of church?
According to the church, they say he remains entitled to due process, as in any accused. The companions of the cross look upon allegations of misconduct as an urgent matter that requires serious attention. And then they say, we pray for all those who are affected by this painful situation.
I'm dead.
So there you go. So watch out for your hair and check out the Exorcist Files.
I'm
A
surprised.
hot new podcast from two real cool priests.
I'm not going to lie. I am going to skim through it. I'm kind of curious. That's just so creepy.
It's a little out there. It's a little wild.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea.
I don't like it
You
either.
know.
I do not like it either.
It happens. It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but it did.
It did. It did.
Ugh, that is just uncomfortable.
I want to do something called the Buddy of the Week.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because last week I forgot to do it.
Well, last
And-
week you were struggling to find a buddy.
I know I couldn't find a buddy at all.
Yeah.
And this is actually an old story, and technically the teenager was arrested, but I like him. So
Jesus.
Let's go.
a teenager,
It's a Luigi Mangione scenario, or
you know what? It's what Luigi Mangione. This is one of his acolytes, perhaps.
yeah.
This is like
yeah.
not everyone can be the Joker,
Right.
but you want to be part of the crew.
Yeah.
So in Provo, I believe Utah, a kid was arrested after he taped a bunch of fish to ATMs.
Oh, yeah.
The Provo
What?
Police Department said Thursday there were roughly 13 incidences where a 17-year-old taped, look at this, he would just tape fish to ATMs. And it's funny. This is the kind of stuff that this
That's
is funny
awesome.
kid stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's hilarious.
So the fishy displays, he put them on Instagram under fish_bandit84.
Yes.
His account got 52,000 followers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And the bio reads, live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs,
Nice.
which I love more than maybe anything I've ever heard.
I love that.
So live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs. And so the fish, they're good looking fish.
That fish looks terrified.
Oh, they're far gone at that
Yeah,
point.
just dead.
I do love the idea where it's just like, you got a sex worker in the car, you need cash now, and you're like, damn it. Who taped this fish to the ATM?
Like, what would you do? You go up to an ATM.
You got to take it off. You got to take the fish off.
because it's touchscreen.
Yeah. So you can't. The thing is being touched by the fish, which I assume activates the touch screen.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. And imagine being the parent.
I would laugh. I would
Call.
be like, son. So publicly, I'm gonna have to be like, that wasn't good, but it's funny. You're fine. You're fine, kid. You're fine.
I would be like, dude, that is hilarious.
We live in Provo, Utah. There's not a lot to do. I get it. You weren't drinking. You weren't doing crystal meth.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Unless he was extremely high while doing all of this.
Maybe high.
This might be a very high produced thought.
So there was a video showing him taping a trout to a ATM. Among some of the comments, they say, diabolical, new anti-hero roaming the streets.
Yes.
So, according to the police, the teenager is facing charges of property damage, and he has been referred to the Juvenile Justice and Youth Services.
He has not damaged anything. You just take the tape off.
Apparently, they say the charges were because some of it did cause some damage to the machine.
Yeah,
which
'cause-
God forbid.
Once you have anything sticky on a touchscreen, it'll start like acting like you're touching it.
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking making it go crazy.
Yeah, and then also the fish touching
Next
it.
thing you know, you're taking $10,000 out when you only wanted $10.
Scales just like pressing like, are you done yet? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? And they're like, no.
There's also a TikTok account under the same name, and it shows fish taped on ATMs as well as the back of bathroom stall doors, which I also don't mind.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
I gotta go. You shut the door and you see a taped fish up there. You're like, God damn it, you fucking asshole.
That's kind of funny.
The difference between the disposition of this guy's face and the fish's face, I like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I wonder if he chose that on purpose or if he wanted that to be like a nice little contrast.
Yeah.
Some of the fish in the videos have cigarettes in their mouth.
No, they don't.
Oh.
Yeah.
No way.
That's what they said. Which is Adorable.
He's smoking the fish.
Oh my God, there it is.
Yeah. So you go to an ATM, you see a smoking fish.
Oh my God.
I love it. Do you really need money that bad?
I go up to it and be like, honestly, same.
This is great.
Same, friend.
So there's no name to the kid.
Pull the cigarette out and just light it, start smoking it as I walk away.
The story's a little bit older. The story, I think, is from last year.
Yeah.
January 18th of last year, as a matter of fact. So over a year old. So just about a year old.
Well, I want an update. I want an update on where this kid is at.
If you're out there and you've taped the fish to the ATMs, first of all, again, you're buddy of the week. We are not here to condemn you.
No judging.
For a 17-year-old, this is right. You're right in line.
Yeah.
You're right in line with what you should be doing.
Call us.
This is a very wholesome prank.
It really is.
I'm so into it.
I love it.
I'm gonna encourage some teenagers. I'm not gonna do it, but I will encourage some teenagers about this idea.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we want our children doing.
Yeah, water balloon fights, taping fish to ATMs.
Live, laugh, tape fish to ATMs. My favorite. I'm just going to say it forever and ever.
Live, laugh, tape fish to ATMs.
All right. Well, just lastly, speaking of fish, Lauren Boebert and Kid Rock were seen getting into a cab together at 2:30 in the morning.
Get out of town.
I don't know who Lauren
Boebert. Oh, she is a Congress gal. She's out of Colorado. And she's a big Trumper. She's like mega.
But so's Kid Rock, right?
Yes.
And she got fingered at a screening of Beetlejuice on Broadway.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, and she got divorced from her husband for cheating on him. She's a real gal.
Yeah.
What the hell about a musical screams "finger me" while this is happening? What?
Beetlejuice. That's what he's trying to scoop out of her. Was some Beetlejuice.
Oh my goodness. No, there's nothing wrong with getting fingered at a musical.
And I guess there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying, like, how does the mood strike?
Well, there's nothing wrong with it unless you're sitting next to them.
How does the mood even begin to strike?
I give every single musical one thumb up my ass. So this is according to Page 6. They spotted Kid Rock and Representative Lauren Boebert getting into a cab together in Washington, D.C. at 2:30 in the morning.
God.
Yeah, after they were at a party to celebrate Donald Trump's second term. So they are having sex with each other.
Yeah.
Just when you
definitely.
thought it couldn't get any more disgusting, it has.
Very weird.
Again, kids are reading to the third grade level, and they can't wear Crocs in school, and Lauren Boebert's a representative banging Kid Rock, who is now 54 years old.
Yeah, he is definitely, which he weirdly looks like fine, but still a little methy.
Well, because...
Yeah, no, I take that back. He looks pretty slimy.
Yeah.
But I mean, young Kid Rock, he's Detroit trash.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. He's Detroit wealth.
And always been wealth. Yeah.
Yes,
really?
He grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah, he's like the Miss Cleo of rock and rollers.
Wow.
Completely fictional character.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh, he wasn't born Kid Rock. No. Absolutely not. And of course, Detroit. We love Detroit. There's no trash in Detroit.
No.
No.
I don't like that.
I love Detroit. Anyway, so he's having sex with Lauren Boebert now. And this is what they say. They say Lauren was totally transfixed by the rock star, yapping away, doing a little dance, and clapping like she was front row at his concert. Basically, giving Kid Rock all the hype he needed.
For what?
Because they both love Donald Trump, and then they're going to have sex and talk about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He looks like the dude in Scream with the little hand.
Yeah, he does.
Take my good hand.
Yeah.
My strong hand.
So Lauren Boebert, she owned a bar called Shooters.
Uh-huh.
So that's where she owned an eatery. And that was a place that it catered almost exclusively to people who wanted to carry guns into the bar.
Oh.
So that was her clientele. That's what it was called, Shooters. Put your guns up. And then he was, yes. And then, of course, Kid Rock, he owns the big ass honky tonk and rock and roll steakhouse in Nashville. And if you go to Nashville, Tennessee, and you go to the big ass honky tonk, don't go to the fourth floor because everyone just falls off.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
Every fucking month, somebody falls off the big. Can you Google that really quick, Kyle? It's the big ass honky tonk. People falling off. It happens all the time because there's like no window up there, and people just constantly get hammered and just jump off the damn thing.
Woman takes a tumble trying to dance on the bar at Kid Rock's in Nashville. That's the bar.
That was the bar. Yep. No, some people have died.
Why are there no like railings or things?
Because that's not cool. That's not big ass.
Railings aren't cool, man.
Railings are for libtards.
I am so
Safety?
confused.
Safety
is for
fascism, communism.
fucking nerds.
Yeah, that's about what
You want railings, you also probably want Bud Light.
Well, he doesn't like Bud Light because of the Dylan Mulvaney scandal.
Because it's gay. Because Bud Light's gay.
Yeah.
Bud Light, by the way, is still down 30%.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think they ever really recovered from Kid Rock shooting the one bottle, the one can with a rainbow thing on it.
Oh my God!
So
almighty.
ridiculous.
Yeah, Kid Rock's slimy enough to tape to an ATM, I think.
Absolutely. Perfect.
Yeah.
Did you find a story on that? No.
I couldn't find the.
Oh,
yeah.
right. Don't worry about it. Anyway, trust me. I was there and everyone was all mad.
You were there?
I didn't do it.
Oh.
I didn't do it.
Didn't do it.
No. But somebody fell and they died. And it's right outside of the Johnny Cash Museum.
Oh.
Yeah. So they had to close the
nice.
Johnny Cash Museum. That's how I found out.
Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's wrap it. Oh, also people booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl and then she was all heard about it.
Yeah, and then they booed Donald Trump, and then Donald Trump was like, they didn't boo me, they booed Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
Yeah.
booze all around.
Booed all around.
Let the kids wear Crocs.
Yeah.
That's not.
Let the kids wear Crocs. Let them tape fish to things.
I can't believe that we are in the conversation where it's like kids are so available to be shot at school. We have to prevent them from wearing slippery footwear.
They need to, yeah, they're literally like, you need to be able to run at any point.
Not good.
It's
All right.
terrible.
Well, welcome back, Queen Jerry.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Patreon. Any Patreon comments?
Yes. Claire said she got beetle banged.
Oh,
That's not. Well,
nice.
When you brought up Bobert after the ATM story, Jeff said, speaking of fish.
There we go. Good segue. I do think I did that segue, but that's good.
Oh, then that's what you. Oh, then he's just repeating what you said.
It could be.
Jeff also said that he picked his teeth with a giant knife like Crocodile Dundee, and that's why I would rather choose my hair.
No, the knife
to
is
floss.
No, the knife is cool.
The knife is way cooler.
Yeah, it's cool until you just like accidentally like shove it up like the roof of your mouth, and you're like, ow.
If I saw some chick out rip off her own hair and start flossing with it, it's over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's a good thing no one.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure she's going to be really hurt that you don't want to
Yeah.
have sex with her, Kyle.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over. Oh no.
No, it does seem a little special needs.
Yeah.
All right,
It's an
everyone.
emergency
It's fine. Yeah, I love you.
situation.
Okay, hail yourselves. We'll talk to you
Wow.
soon. Bye. Be back tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.